My dear students, as we are going to discuss interviewing components, one of the very important components which we need to consider is to encourage applicants to talk, because it's not easy to encourage applicants to talk, and if the applicant would talk more about their job experience and the previous qualification, then it would be better for you to make decisions according to the information provided by the applicant. So one of the greatest challenges of an interviewer is encouraging applicants to talk. Of course, some applicants are well prepared, self-confident, and more than willing to answer your question. However, indeed it's difficult to prevent some of them from talking too much and too long. If someone is explaining things in more detail, it is your responsibility as an interviewer to stop them talking too much and balance the conversation. With others, however, talking to an interviewer can be intimidating and unnerving. Regardless of how much they may want the job, selling themselves may be very difficult. It's not easy to sell yourself. It's not easy to sell your experience and sell your skill set. Therefore, they are going to need your help. And there are 6 ways in which you can encourage applicants to speak freely. One is that you can use repetition. This encourages applicants to continue talking and also helps to clarify certain points. So you have to use repetition, and that would help applicants to talk more about their experience, job experience, and their qualification, and certain other components of an interview. Repeating the last few words of an applicant statement and letting your voice trail off as question mark will encourage the person to elaborate. If you are closing the talk and you are repeating the last words which are saying by the applicant, that would encourage the applicant to speak and talk more about their job experience and qualification. So it would help, it would encourage the persons to elaborate their concepts in more detail. The applicant might then reply, well, not directly. I was in the charge of 3 supervisors, each of whom monitored the work of about 7 workers. So you can say that. To further clarify, you might then say, so you were directly responsible for supervising 3 people. Is this correct? Isn't it right? So you can say this. You can put a question mark at the end of the phrase given by the applicant, and that would help applicants to speak more and talk more about that particular components of the interview. So repetition would work more better. Then to summarize, like repetition, summarization allows the applicant to clarify points made thus far in the interview and to elaborate as necessary. So summarization is also like a repetition, and you have to sum up whatever has been said by the applicant. It further ensures an accurate understanding on your part as well. So summarization may be used at specific time intervals in the interview, say every 10 minutes or after certain topic has been fully discussed. So after every 10 minutes, you can summarize whatever have been discussed so far, or after the completion of any particular topic or concept during the interview, you can summarize the whole concept at the end. For instance, you and the applicants may have just devoted 10 minutes to reviewing his prior work experience as it relates to the available position. So at that point, you might say, let me make certain that I understand what you have said thus far. All of your employment since high school has been a mechanic. So this is a repetition of whatever have been said by an applicant. And this includes the time that you have spent in the Marine Corps. You enjoy this line of work and want to continue doing it. So however, you feel that you were underpaid at your last job and that's why you left. Is all this correct? So you have to summarize all of the things discussed by the candidate or by the applicant, and at the end you have to put a question. Is all of this correct? So it would encourage an applicant to talk more about his job experience and qualification.